Welcome to Italy, and boy, that's not good. Let's see how we got here. So on disastersavior.com, the person who sent this in left us a kindly message. Basically, everything went tits up. Somehow, some why, don't know, we'll fix it, or not. We'll see. Oh, you have a small garrison in Circuit Lombardia. Yeah, those troops are gone, dude. Give me victory or give me death.
Give me liberty or give me death. Oh, that was easy.
Oh dear, it might just be death then. Fuck me. Fuck me. What the hell is this? Okay, everyone's dead, except for Japan, which will not last for very long, and Italian East Africa, who isn't in the war. Meanwhile, we are up against all of the allies at mostly full strength, as well as the US, China, obviously, why not, as well as the Soviet Union. I don't know if we can fix this. I don't even know what the win conditions are. Probably the restoration of Germany, the reoccupation of Western Europe, but it's already 1947. We'll see what we can do. I'll take not getting strung up by a lamppost at this point, because the national balance of power is not going to be great for us. No, this is gonna keep moving down. We are going to have problem. Now, I personally wouldn't mind having Benito strung up on a lamppost, but this causes a civil war if we go all the way down there. And let's just say that the country's not quite ready for that. I'm going to delete a bunch of front lines, and we're going to reevaluate, reassess, readdress. All right, we have this situation here in Greece. It's mostly so I'll put them under a single field marshal. I'll take the Camici Nere out, I think, because they're just not that great. And some shitty infantry we'll take out. Leave this guys with 24 divisions on the Greek front line. I think we should be able to hold that line. Supply will be the main killer of allied forces up there, so that's fine. And then these 6 divisions here that we just split off, either guard the ports in the region, provided the Navy can't cover it, or I don't know, mainland Italy. Why? All right, let's take a look here. So there is obviously this, which is not great, and then there's that pocket up there. All right, we'll first focus on that pocket up there. That is 27 divisions that we can pretty much assume are gone. We can't delete any of them. They will simply die. We're going to put everything in mainland Italy, such as it is, on this front line. We're going to split off the Marines, because I did see you have Marines. We're going to be consolidating them until they're at mostly full strength. I think we're going to end up with like 10 Marines in total, and we're going to use the Marines. Any other strength is going to go on that main line. Do not want to lose what we have left. Up here, we're going to try and dig in a small cordon around Milan and the mountains of Brescia. Maybe? Now, we do have a lot of army, navy, and air experience that we can use for shenanigans. The main goal is going to be retake the cores, because I don't want Mussolini getting strung up. The Navy. So the Navy is completely split. You have a bunch of task forces doing very, 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 very fuel-intensive things, and you don't have the fuel to back it up. So here's the deal. You don't use groups this large, consisting of capital ships, to do convoy escort. If you want to do convoy escort, destroyers. Never do convoy escort though, because it's hardly ever worth it. So what we're gonna do is take every single one of our boats, put them into the single fleet. We're gonna delete all these orders, and we're just gonna set strike forces in this general area. Not the Adriatic. We can't actually get to the Adriatic. So we're just going to set up strike forces here. Air Force. We've lost the air war. There is no point in continuing to fight the air war until we have some way of massively changing the balance of power here. Research is mostly done. It's 47, a little late to start work on medium tanks. We're also very unlikely to field any, considering, half the country's occupied, but this is something for later, maybe. We are going to do is maintenance companies. Considering the tactical situation and the fact that we are going to be fighting very defensively for very long, we're gonna need a solution to the fact that our industry is not up to it, so we'll steal guns. Other tech we'll research is anti-tank, infantry anti-tank, anything to help me pierce the stupid ally tanks. There we go. One thing I would recommend as Italy is grabbing passive sonar. Sonar combined with radar on cruisers and destroyers means you can actually relatively easily find enemy submarines and sink them. You're on all adults serve? Don't. Please, for the love of God, don't. I know that manpower is an issue, but we're still mobilizing up to 10%, meaning we still have 1.5% left, and we had a few 100,000 to work with. If we can start retaking some of our land, we won't need to go up to all adult serve. We can go down to service by requirement and save about 20% of our industry. I prefer this. That still sucks in terms of our industrial output, but it can work. We're still going to mobilize a couple more dudes, and our industry isn't immediately kneecapped. Okay? Okay. From Anzio, we're going to hit Livorno and the area around Livorno. The idea being, seize Firenze, seize La Spezia, take control of the province, ideally. I've just taken a good look at the Navy. You've got enough to make 2 sizable carrier groups, but you are definitely lacking in destroyers. Now, your light cruisers are also good screens, but more destroyers would be better considering they're very likely to get killed. So I'm going to get more destroyers to this Navy. Yeah, and Mussolini is just slowly, well, or rather less slowly, going to get pushed out of power. And there's nothing really we can do about that other than retake territory. And to ensure the success of this naval operation, I have renamed all 10 of my elite Marine divisions to some of our magnificent channel members. It is through these people that I'm able to do what I do, and I hope they will support me in this very risky, very important endeavor as well. Once again, thank you for your continued support. If you want to see yourself represented on the field of honor, why not consider a membership on the YouTubes? It will help tremendously. Now, we're almost ready. I really hope this works. They're already putting me on a lot of pressure with one of the armies pulled off the line, so yeah, we'll see. Oh, I just forgot. Spies! I have a bunch of spies. We should probably be deploying them. We're going to be deploying them up here to take a look at what the British are doing. And we'll probably put some down here to see what the French are doing. And the Russians eventually? Maybe? I don't think it's that important. The Russians are pretty far away still. So we'll mostly be spying on the French and the Brits. I think those are going to be my main adversaries for the first parts of this campaign. All right, let's launch the naval invasion. It should be ready. And should be able to hit its mark. Most of these guys are at or near full strength. Just, I wish I had a little bit more to give. Again, we'll maybe try hitting them near Ferrara to create a big pincer and like cut off that front. Failing that, we'll take the islands. All right, we're landing. I think we've taken Livorno. We'll take Lucca. And then from there, inland to seize the rest. Yes! All right. Inwards towards Florence, Firenze. This area is entirely lost, but that does mean I can stop this, and we've banked the manpower. So we have 500,000 men available, even though we lost Lombardia, which was the majority of that manpower. Cheesy? Yes. Do I care? No. I just want to win. All right, we're moving these up. Hopefully in sufficiently large numbers. All right, we've landed. Pinning attack there. Head into La Spezia, and then into Florence. Firenze. Yes? Maybe? Okay. That does mean these guys are now moving in to reinforce the landing. All right, we've taken Firenze. That means we control the state. Good. Any further attacks, just hold. Just hold. Now, the good thing about taking out Florence there is that was the closest supply hub for these guys. That means there will be a lot, and I do mean a lot less pressure on my line from the south of that tip, and they'll start repositioning troops. As long as I can get these 24 divisions into position here before they crush the salient, we should be fine here, and then we'll try to make a naval landing here to finish the job. I'm gonna try and take Sardinia. And if we can push these very weakened American divisions off that tile, we might actually link up the main front, quickly establish ourselves here. It would put us in a much better position, but we're gonna have to actually push them off the tile, which is not a given considering how many units they have available. All right, doesn't seem to be working. It's fine though. I've got this pocket of sorts established. We'll go back to the Marines and we're going to go for the next stage. I'm going to retake or try to retake the islands first. I think that's going to be our primary goal. Take the islands back just to stop the decline. God, this is dropping so fast. The good news, though, after all that reconfiguring, the infantry shortage, equipment shortage is down to 2,500 guns. We can fix that. Artillery's down to 1,000. So it's slightly better. We have 15,000 support equipment, so I maybe should not be I just lost a bunch of factories. Well, shit. Oh, man. Unfortunately, I can afford to not make any support equipment for a while, so... Oh, man. Yeah, we're gonna have to weather this storm, though, which might be difficult. I think we can do it. I think we do it. It is red air. There's a lot of red air, but I think we can do it, and we'll just need to buy the Marines some time to get ready. All right, through sheer grit and determination, the Italian army has managed to... Wow. I think the game's a bit confused, because I pushed half the stack off, and then obviously took the tile, but the other half of the stack is still engaged on the tile. Either way, that will allow us to extend the front all the way out. Is it ideal? Probably not. Will it allow us to more securely hold on to Florence? Absolutely. Now ready to execute. I'm unsure if we can actually do it because there appear to be a lot of troops on Ajaccio. I think they're preparing to naval invade me. Honestly, they do have quite a few troops there. I'm gonna launch the invasions that are targeting the ports so that I can pull out if it looks like resistance is gonna be mighty, and if it looks like we might actually pull it off. All right, I can take that. I can take that. Launch them in full. I've got air up as well. We do have enough airplanes to secure the Tyrrhenian Sea as long as they don't come in and wreck my Scheisse. 1,000 fighters and a bunch of CAS. All right, we've taken this area. That means... Oh, good! Yes, 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 yes. All right, now push down with all due haste. We are heading south, and we're going to try to secure the entirety of Sicily. Wait, is that Sicily? Sardinia. Sorry. Sorry to all Italians out there. Sorry. All right, we're gonna rush these 10 divisions down here to Cagliari. If we can pull that off, that will... Oh, the balance of power. It will move the balance of power slightly more closely to not being terrible. Right, we have the port surrounded. We apply enough firepower to the problem, it will go away. There we go. They have retreated back out of the port. Better than to try and hold it. All right, that secures this area. Well, we've still got to recover the core of Piemonte, Lombardia, and Venezia. Oh, and Alto Adige. Oh, dear God. We're not out of the woods yet, boys. We are not out of the woods yet. I'm just looking at this, and the sheer amount of sprites I see appearing tells me that port is stuffed to the gills with troops, but they are disembarking. So as soon as there's just new sprites every second. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna take a look. I'll take one of these subs. I'll turn off its order. I'm gonna sail it out there just so I can get a visual on what the hell's going on near that port, because there's so many icons there. They have like 30 divisions on it. Close. Close. They have not quite 30, but many. Let's leave the subs out there to keep an eye out, and it does look like there might be an opening soon. So as soon as these Americans leave, okay, it's a massive gamble. As usual, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna see what we can do. If I can take that port, I strip them of even more supply. Let's attack, and by God, I hope we can do it. If I can land in the north and the south, I could push on Bologna. They might just make it. Yes, okay, I've pushed the southern. I'm gonna push. Oh, got it! I'm in. Just gotta secure and hold this now. These guys are all starving. I need to push through here somehow, some way, somewhere. It is with great annoyance that I must experience. Okay, never mind. All right, Lucca still needs to be held, but we have pushed through here, meaning we can swing around, and then I can use the Marines as a battering ram to take Bologna, and with it the state of Emilia-Romagna, and all of these guys here are starving. Ideally, in a perfect world, I want to punch right on through and take care of business here. That is very unlikely to happen, not to say impossible to happen. Still, over here we are retaking Lucca so we can hold that pinning offensive. It's not happening. I'm not gonna get the big pocket I want it, but I am going to reduce the size of this salient at least. It's a small pocket. I'll take it. I take it. It's a small pocket, but I'll take it. That's a nice amount of divisions we've got here. So this is a good start. We're gonna consolidate, see if we can get another pocket in, see if we can get more naval invasions going. But first of all, we need to retake Bologna. I think I'll use the Marines as a battering ram, though they are very much spent on this already. I'm still gonna try and use them as a battering ram. Just to take that city. With that city, I can get that state. With that state, I have another core, more factories, and most importantly, another step further away from the noose for Il Duce, because I don't want that civil war to kill me. Looks like we might not actually be able to take Bologna. Still, we've moved the line north substantially. I would like to have some mountaineers on hand as well. considering the current situation is not necessarily ideal. And a couple of mountaineers might be beneficial to have around. Let's see if specialized mountaineers can do anything. Like, pound for pound, these should be better than whatever they have. I just don't have the air power. If I can blast them off the tile before they can properly reinforce, we're golden. Yes! 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 I managed to reinforce meme them off the bloody mountain tile. And if I can prevent them from reinforcing, like, in total, by pinning this tile and pinning that tile, we will get 37 divisions encircled in the south. Yes! God, I love mountaineers. Love them! Anyway, on a... let's clean that up, shall we? And over here, the Marines are also doing whatever it is that Marines do besides eat crayons. I think they're in the I want to kill everything I meet stage of their development, and they're doing very well. Spain has wisely decided to hand us the territories. So next stage is going to be trying to retake Bologna. And after that, let's see if we can get the Genova, maybe Venezia. All right, so I think I just saw happen what I needed to happen. China left its faction, joined the Allies, and I'm not sure, but I think it's fighting Mongolia. I don't know. Mongolia is fighting China, which means the Comintern is fighting China. China joined the Allies. That means the Comintern is inevitably going to go to war with the Allies, which is really good for us because I need a distraction right now. I've also returned the Balearic Isles to Spain because realistically, we're not going to do any of the form Greater Italy decisions. I don't... It's not happening. Yep, there it is. Soviet Union has declared war on France. This is basically the only way you can win these endgame scenarios. Next up, let's see if we can take that mountain off them. They are very likely to start drawing down a lot of their strength in Europe. Oh man, the balance of power keeps shifting, and I've only been able to slow it down. I need those last couple of cores. Gonna hit the tile next to Genoa as well as Genoa itself. Oh, we're so close to taking Bologna. Oh, I want to take that city away from my enemies. Ooh, the mountaineer trick is working. So, liberal application of superior might or superior quality on a narrow front like a mountain does work. So I forced these guys ever closer to Bologna. The city itself is a little bit more difficult to take. I think I can, if I can bring enough of my basic infantry to bear, that should be fine. Also, Germany, well, technically Spain, resurgence. They've managed to capitalize on the fact that the Allies are pulling troops out of North Africa. I mean, there's something here now, so yay. I don't know how the AI keeps doing this, but they're naval invading me while I have 100% naval superiority. I have complete control of the seas, and yet this is a naval invasion hitting me here. Now, fortunately, I have 24 divisions nearby to ameliorate the situation. We're also pummeling the city here. Hopefully we'll be able to take Bologna. I'm forcing them off there. Yes, sir! We've taken Bologna, and with that, Emilia-Romagna, more manpower, more factories, more everything! And we surge forward. Oh, yes, ever forward. Over here. How's the naval invasion looking? Okay, so we're punching right through. Oh, dear God, there's like 10 divisions on Genoa. We are going to not make that naval invasion because I'll lose the 3 divisions there. So we'll take Genoa the conventional way. I have also just found out why I can't really interact with Germany. They're in Palau. North Palau is now New Germany. Also, they have, what's this, Saipan? Meanwhile, I'll try to grab more land on this side of the water and get this army over there as well. The more troops I can get in position there, the more land I can secure for myself before I have to face the Soviets, the better. Okay, by retaking stuff, apparently the national balance of power actually moves in the right direction, so yay. I've retaken Zara and retaking Istria as well. They definitely help the balance of power. Alright, quick thrust with the Marines. We'll cut them off near Ljubljana, and that should be... yeah, that should cut them off, and then I can hit them in Trieste. Haha, we're taking Trieste and we'll arrive, well, should be arriving before the Soviets do. That is our city, you bastards. It is ours. It will remain ours. Okay, that's another core. Balance of power stable. I have stabilized Mussolini. No lamppost for you today. Thank fuck for that. And the Mountaineers still doing the Lord's work. Look at how quickly they can go through enemy units. Now I control this section of sea. I control the entire Mediterranean as far as I'm concerned. The Navy is holding. Good, 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 good. All right, 2 big events. Let's stop that diversionary attack. We've retaken Genova, and with that one city, we control all of Piemonte, and it's massive industry, it's steel. We are taking the edge off just a little bit. Ah, beautiful. We're all hooked up, ready to go. We control Veneto now again. We have Piemonte back. We have a lot of our core, well, almost all of our cores now. Mussolini is back on the upswing. We're doing it. What I want to do now is make my way towards the Swiss border. So I'll have to get across this river. The Marines will come in handy. And then either we take out the west first or we focus east. I'm thinking we take out the west first. That should turn most of that territory over to Germany. And with it in German hands, I'll get some sort of ally again. Maybe a friend. I can make a friend. I would like to have a friend. The Dutch East Indies have capitulated. That's good news. The line is still very thin here. Barely connected, but it's so much more solid than it was before. There's the reclamation of Italy. Yes! It is being done. And I think, yes, we are back in Milan. Technically means we can trade with the Swiss. And we'll squeeze out the remaining Soviet forces here. Oh, yes, and then we'll try to sweep west while the Allies are distracted fighting the Soviets. Everyone's killing everyone, and Benito benefits. Soviets seem a bit disinterested in my eastern flank, so I'm going to try to close this, creep up as far as I can, seize as much land as I can, get all my cores back. Over here, we're killing the last of their troops stuck in a little huddle. Oh no! The king! The king is dead! Ah, well. Mussolini's still here. Vittorio Emanuele III. Yeah, no longer with us, I suppose. Tough titties. Alright, and because we can't stop winning, we literally can't stop winning. I've won so much that the troops have asked me, please, Bittersteel, please stop winning so much. It's too much. We can't handle all the winning. We can get Lend-Lease from the Swiss. This very democratic bastion of democracy is willing to sell to anyone, and not just sell. From the kindness of their own heart, they are willing to provide me with towed artillery and infantry equipment. I don't need anything else. Let's see how much they'll be willing to spend on me. Well, they're sending me 2,000 artillery on the cheap, as well as 22,000 guns. Alright, after titanic efforts, we have pushed towards Innsbruck. That gives the Germans at least some measure of, I was going to say a little bit of manpower. No, not really. Not even a European capital, so be it. They now control at least something. And we've pushed up to the next river. Is this the Danube? I don't know if this is the Danube. It's a river. We've pushed up to it, and it should allow us to hold off the Soviet hordes a little bit better as well. And with our naval landing in Tripoli, we'll cut these guys off and take their stuff. We will secure the area for Italy. Once again, Libya, my gentlemen, is ours. And so it begins, the great naval invasioning of our time. After splitting my fleet, reckless, I know, to cover this sea zone, to free up troops to cover this. Basically, I'm trying to be everywhere all at once, and it's not really working out. They managed to get naval superiority here. And lo and behold, what they're dumping onto my coastline. Yeah, I'm gonna need more troops. I'm gonna need more equipment. I'm gonna have another chat with the Swiss, I think. 18,000 guns? Yeah, I'd call them generous people. Oh, yeah, I'm fucked. Oh, my God. Oh... and those divisions are, of course, still miles out. God, they took another port! Why are you all like this? No, they've landed here as well! Oh, they're gonna take this entire fucking thing. Oh, it's like seconds of me doing this. I shouldn't have done it. How stupid and arrogant. I did manage to dunk on their fleet. Contained and destroyed. Thank God for that. How's the south looking? Contained and destroyed, and the Navy sinking all those delicious convoys. Yeah, they're trying to pull out from here, and I'm trying not to let that happen. So we're trying to make the most of this situation. And we've taken Vlor. That means we actually have naval superiority in the region as well. Good. Good. Green seas are back. Well, more good news. I think we've crippled the Allied effort. Well, crippled. We've hurt the Allied effort in the Med. That is a sizable haul. There goes the HMS Hood. 4 battleships, and that looks like the HMS Formidable. Not a bad haul. Not a bad haul indeed. So I have to commend the person who sent this in. This fleet, expensive as it must have been, is it's putting in the work. And another glorious victory. 5 battleships, 6 heavy cruisers. Yeah, I think we're sweeping the Med clean now that our spotters are actually out there, you know, spotting. All right, time for the double doozy. Marines are going to land near Algiers. The infantry is going to start a push, both to pin them in place and to start driving the heathens back. Now they're all boxed in, and the Marines can do what the Marines do best. Kill everyone in sight. These are all effectively dead now. Trapped with nowhere to run. Haha. Yeah, this is pretty much cleaned up. Good. We've pretty much wrapped up our North African campaign, such as it is. We've pushed up to El Alamein. There's no point in going further. I don't want to waste troops here. Well, it does appear that it's not just British names we're taking. That's, yeah, Raymond A. Spruance, you fucked up. You done fucked up. That's 4 carriers gone, 3 battleships, 3 heavy cruisers, and all of your escorts. Albania? Do I want Albania? I'll give them a collaboration government. They can have stupid Albania. Right, we're immediately moving north with these guys. You assist in the attack, head there. We take Marseille, we've taken Toulon, we've taken Nice. That is the majority of the region secure. Yes. Now I just need the Marines to move north from here. And then massive assault along the line. Come on, make it happen. Take the top. No, they've pinned me. Come on. Yes. Okay, so that entire front here is encircled. Let us assault that and kill them all. Let's focus on taking out the French here. Cut the front in half. I'll devote 30 divisions to the north, 24 to the south, along with my specialists, and then we run them down. We run them out of Spain. All right, let's bring the mountaineers south. They've pushed to Lyon. That's far enough. First up, get to the other coastline there. Go, 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 go. This should hold. I secured most of the terrain I want to secure here. I'm getting pummeled in Greece, but these guys are holding excellently, as well as the Balkan front. I think the Soviets are just very distracted. There we go. We've begun a reckoning. We will undo the mistakes of our illustrious faction members. We will achieve victory where only defeat loomed. There we go. Franco can have Barcelona. It's taken a little work and some finesse, but we've basically dismantled Allied forces in Spain or Iberia. Franco has his capital back. Time to make our move against the French. I'm gonna leverage, and boom, that is this entire section cut off. So we'll drive quickly towards Brest, crush that and all of those Allied troops with it. And that is the death knell for France. Oh, we're already outside Paris. Might as well take it if I'm here. And that is the death of France. I think we'll take out our beloved Belgium as well while we're in the area. All right, that's the end of Belgium, I suppose. And then it's just the Netherlands and the restoration of Germany. Oh no, I think I've killed the UK. Look at their fleet. They have 2 destroyers and at most 3 submarines, level 1 submarines. Have I sunk everything in the Med? The Soviets barely have more, so that's not really anything to write home about. Okay, the Americans still have a navy, but oh my god, what have I done to the UK? I could naval invade the UK, but considering the amount of troops they've probably got parked on the home objective, let's not. They have hundreds upon hundreds of divisions. Let's not. Huh, they've just nuked Brussels. That's not great, but I don't live in Brussels. I genuinely don't care all that much. I think we'll be liberating Berlin soon, so that will give Germany its strength back. China has capitulated. Oh, that means Japan is winning. And over here, we're chewing through Soviet troops. I'm trying to push my mountaineers down so that they can reach the troops in Greece. Then we can, connect the front lines, make this whole thing a little more connected. And that is Berlin back in German hands. That means Germany can deploy troops in Germany. They have 7 million manpower in the bank. Best get using that. You have the industry to back it up. Please, Germany, I'd like a little bit of help now because I've done all this on my own with a little help from Franco. But please, now is the time to kick it into high gear. It looks like you're bringing your troops home from fucking Palau. Wow, Japan also took Pearl Harbor. At this point, the Soviet Union is a spent force. They've lost 23 million manpower. They may have 500 divisions. That doesn't really matter. Just zoom in. Look at these strength bars. Do you really think they have a single division at full strength now? They cannot replace these losses. Their industry is possibly still churning out guns faster than they're losing them, but they no longer have the men. They just don't have the troops. They are at 0 manpower on all adults serve. If we press them now and press them hard, we can get them to buckle. And that is the bulk of the Soviet troops in Europe trapped, about to be destroyed. We've also pushed all the way through here, so let us push Turkey back to Istanbul. I think we've also trapped most of the Allied forces in the Balkan. Whatever they landed here to deal with the Soviet menace has also been, well, dealt with by ourselves. Let's see, I just made 500,000 Turks disappear in Gelibolu, and just a series of smaller engagements, but that entire Allied position is also gone. Look, the Axis! The Axis are back! The gang's all here! I forgot to keep my troops in position in North Africa. And of course, no one else looks at these positions, so it's completely been overrun now, because I accidentally withdrew those troops. Didn't mean to do that. When this finishes, the Soviets finish with it, and we have our win. I'm gonna declare victory, have a nice peace deal, and then go do something else. Lag spike means Soviet death. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's over. Let's make a nice peace deal and call it a day. And there we go, a horrendous peace deal. Germany took a lot, but there's a Russian Federation here. The Allies kept fighting us over parts of Ukraine until, well, this disgusting mess happened. So we have a Russian Federation. So they are democratic, but there also is a Soviet Union who was allowed to exist in Balta Tiraspol because no one had enough points to take it. I don't like it when the AI does that. Oh, I do like Franco's gumption here. Anyway, with that, the Axis is once again on the map. We are actually quite formidable, I'd say. Victory is declared at this point. The Japanese are in Southeast Asia, the Axis is in Europe, and the Allies have everything else. Let's just call it a day. Let peace be declared. We'll just... Disaster saved. If you guys like this video, don't forget like and subscribe. It helps the channel out a bunch, and I hope to see you guys on the next video as well. Goodbye.